are expanding and expanding a great deal more than when the founding fathers were, writing our Constitution.
What exactly does it mean? How much protection does that give to small religions, minority religions?
In 1983, Al Smith is fired for using peyote during a religious ceremony of the Native American church in Oregon.
I believe in my heart that it's not wrong to go to church and to worship and pray in your own way.
But the court rules that the First Amendment does not protect illegal drug use, even if it's part of a religious ceremony.
The religious exercise is about more than belief. It is about action. It is about conduct.
It's like they drove a spike in the heart of Bill of Rights. If the First Amendment doesn't protect me, how the hell can it protect you?
When we can accommodate religion, we should. That doesn't mean we always can. And it doesn't mean we always should. But when we can, we should.
This is the first mentioned freedom in the Bill of Rights, and then it's been given short shrift by the Supreme Court, and we want to correct that.
The peyote ruling so rankles Congress that political polar opposites, Senators Orrin Hatch and Ted Kennedy, come together in 1993 and pass the Religious Freedom Restoration Act, known as RFRA.
We all have a shared desire here to protect perhaps the most precious of all American liberties, religious freedom.
Oh, it was definitely a message to the court. RFRA is a broad, democratic reaction to a case that Americans thought the court got gravely wrong.
I believe that the most essential element of our defense of freedom is our insistence on speaking out for the cause of religious liberty. I would like to see this country rededicate itself wholeheartedly to this cause. We are our brother's keepers, all of us.
It becomes really important to have a charity and an empathy toward what other people are doing, even if it seems very strange and different to those of us who are not part of the religious practice.
I think that there are certain religious minorities in the country that face really difficult issues. And I'm thinking specifically of my own religious community, the American Muslim community.
The Muslim prisoner who wanted to grow a beard as an expression of his faith and as a part of his religious exercise, but he's in prison.
They say no beards. You say half-inch is okay. How about 3/4 of an inch? How about an inch?
Well, religious beliefs are categorical, It's God tells you you're supposed to have a full beard.
One of the difficult issues in a case like this is where to draw the line.
Drawing the line on religious freedom is also a dilemma for the U.S. military. When an Army regulation prohibited Captain Simmer Singh from wearing the outward expressions of his Sikh faith, his turban, unshorn hair, and beard, he fought the policy and won an exemption in district court. Following the ruling, the Army dropped the ban, granting soldiers like Simmer Singh an accommodation based on religious liberty grounds.
In a society like ours, there's a special burden on government to be particularly cognizant of the needs and vulnerabilities of religious minorities.
Is that enough to guide us? Are we grappling in our own often clumsy fashion, more or less well, with a vital question?
A lot of places around the world are happy to sort of pronounce certain things out of bounds and no one challenges it or can challenge it. But the U.S. stands apart from many places around the world, despite all of our challenges, still offering the most robust protections for religious freedom anywhere in the world. And I think that's something that everybody from both sides of the political spectrum can really appreciate, that this ultimately gives us a freedom to be true to ourselves.
With society growing increasingly secular, are there good reasons why religious freedom should be important to everyone, even to people of no faith at all?
Religious freedom, as I see it, it's like good roads and clean air, right? It is part of the common good.
It's quite simply, in order to protect my own religious freedom, I have to protect yours too.
There's nobody around this table thinks that we should have, religious freedom for me, but not for thee.
I believe that a society that commits itself to religious freedom that's going to be a society that is likely to respect other rights more as well. James Madison thought that our experiment would lend a luster to our country. And I think for all of our flaws and missteps that it has,
Courts protect, right?